Now let's start with the construction of photovoltaic solar cell. In the solar cell, there usually consists of silicon semiconductors, both an N-type and a P-type, that are sandwiched together. When they're sandwiched like this, they create a p-n junction, and this also creates a depletion layer right in between of them. For the p-type layer, usually boron is used as doping material, while for the n-type layer, phosphorus is used instead. Now, to finish off this structure, usually an anti-reflection coating is layered on top. This is to prevent any reflection of light energy and reduce the efficiency of it. And an electrode contact is added on the top and bottom layer. These two layers acts as contact to allow us to connect an external load to the solar cell, allowing us to make use of them. Moving on.
The process of converting sunlight into electricity through photovoltaic cells are called as the photoelectric effect. This photoelectric process, when the light strikes into the solar cells or photovoltaic cells, it will absorb and excite the electron inside the atoms located in depletion regions at the p-n junctions. As everyone familiar with it, it works just like the diode. So this p-n junction is due to the p-type layer that attract the negative charge and n-type layer that attract the positive charge. When these two layers combine, it will form a depletion regions that consists no positive and negative charge inside of it. It located inside the p-n junctions and has an electric field inside of it. So when the light strikes into the atoms that inside the depletion regions, it will separate into the positive and negative charge. Due to the electric field, the positive and negative charge went into the layer that has any opposite charge than them. Hence, the electron will escape and become parts of the electrical flow or current in electrical circuit and generating electricity.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nurin Zulaika and today I'm going to present about the disadvantages and also the advantages. So first, for photovoltaic cell, the advantages are a clean and green energy source. So we do not need to worry about the panels generating any harmful greenhouse gases into the air. Next, it is known for their low maintenance and operating costs compared with other renewable energy systems, and it is highly reliable even under harsh conditions. And for the disadvantages, the construction system of the photovoltaics is high and it uses a large area of land, and that is why many people install it upon their roofs and it is easily damaged.
Hello, I'm Grace Japoni and I'll go over some of the solar cells application. One of the most common uses is to incorporate it into a system that includes inverters and other electrical or mechanical components. As an example, a photovoltaic system integrated into a building instead of the typical method of placing solar panels on building rooftops. The solar panels will be integrated into the building's material itself, increasing the amount of solar energy captured because of the larger surface area, and it is also more aesthetically pleasant because the BIPV is available in a variety of colors. Following that, it can be used as a power source in satellites, and it is also used in agriculture to pump water from subsurface sources as depicted in this video.
Solar pump system consists of solar panels, solar pump inverter, AC pump, and water storage device. Solar pump inverter converts the DC power produced by solar panel into AC power to drive the pump. A microprocessor inside inverter continuously monitors available energy levels and adjusts pump frequency for achieving max use of solar energy. Meanwhile, AC power pack can add in, which allow PV, state grid, DG, multi-sources work as supplement or bypass, can achieve 24 hours running a day.
Hello, my name is Nur Hazira and I will present about the construction of semiconductor transistor. A transistor is constructed by placing an oppositely doped semiconductor material between two similarly doped semiconductors. Semiconductor transistors are manufactured in two types, PNP and NPN. PNP transistor is formed by placing N-type material between two P-type materials. NPN transistor is formed by placing P-type material between two N-type materials. Based on the schematic diagram for PNP, we can see that N-type silicon is sandwiched between two P-type materials. The left part is indicated by P+, which means it's highly doped P-type material. This highly doped portion is called emitter, that is the piece of semiconductor that supply majority carriers for the transistor to function. At the extreme right is moderately doped P-type material, which is called the collector. This portion collects the majority charge carriers that have been emitted by emitter and that manage to cross the collector. The middle region is denoted by N- because it's doped with N-type impurities. The minus sign indicates it's doped very less compared to the emitter and collector. The middle region is called the base, and it is this region that serves as a gate, regulating flow of charge from emitter to collector. It is also a similar way for NPN transistor, but by sandwiching a lightly doped P region between a highly and moderately doped N region.
Hi, I am Shafika. So I will present the operation of semiconductor transistor. In usual operation of base emitter junction, which is BJT, the base emitter is forward bias and base collector is reverse bias. So for NPN transistor, mostly the carriers are electrons where forward bias will result current flows across the junction. This is because the electron will move from the N-type region towards the P-type region. Hence, the minority carriers hole move toward the N-type region. As for the reverse bias, the holes and electron travel away from the junction, forming a depletion region between the two areas, and no current may pass. Usually, when electrons reach depletion state, they will unite. But due to the lower doping level, majority of the electron can traverse the region without recombining with the holes. As the result, the electron will naturally gravitate toward the collector. And the PNP transistor operation principle is same as the NPN transistor, but the carrier are holes and the voltages are reversed. Thank you.
Advantages for semiconductor transistor is it is higher in sensitivity and also it is a lot more cheaper. And the disadvantages are it is a slow switching compared to a photodiode, and also it is very temperature sensitive.
A phototransistor is one application of a semiconductor transistor. Due to its ability to detect light, this component can be utilized in a punch card reader or a security system. Both examples mentioned perform similarly when the phototransistor that is receiving infrared signals from an infrared LED is disrupted by an object blocking it. This data will be delivered to the system, which will then initiate the pre-programmed response of the system as demonstrated in this video.